One video a day, every day for 30 days. Let's do it. Today's video topic idea comes from a lovely Instagram follower of mine whose handle is Mo Butter, Less Problems. Very true, I like that. My goal is to do one chin up, and after a year of trying, I'm still not there. What can I do? The struggle is real, and I'm gonna answer that question today in my living room because it's cold in December in PA, and this is the warmest room in my house, and the heater broke. So me and Mabel are taking refuge in the living room, just trying to stay warm. Because when life gives you lemons, you just say, "Hey, life." And you don't even waste your time making lemonade. Take a bite out of that lemon, smile, and say, "Hey life, I got priorities." And that's the kind of mentality I need you to take into your chin-ups. Because right now you have real obstacles in your life that are preventing you from doing a chin-up. And you need to look at those obstacles and say that you're over them. You need to be very careful about the stories that you're telling yourself about yourself. Because I believe that you can do a chin-up. You just have to have a plan. But we're gonna break this chin-up progression down into two different videos for two different types of people. Today's video is a 100% guaranteed recipe to achieving your first chin-up for people that have access to some equipment. If that's you, then keep watching this video. In another video coming up tomorrow, I will give you a 100% guaranteed method to achieving your first chin-up, and maybe you only have a chin-up bar and literally nothing else. The video coming tomorrow is more for you, but I encourage you to keep watching this video no matter what, because some of what you learned today will apply to you on your journey towards your first chin-up, and I guarantee if you follow these steps, you'll be doing chin-ups in no time. Actually, it's gonna take you some time to do chin-ups. That's the first thing you need to understand. I have not always been able to get on a bar and do tons of chin-ups. When I started lifting, I couldn't even do one. Just because you can't do chin-ups now doesn't mean you can't do chin-ups someday. And Miss Mo Butter Less Problems, you said that you've been trying to do chin-ups for a year. How often are you really trying to do a chin-up? Are you trying every day? Are you trying once a week? Are you trying once a month? A lot of people think they can't do chin-ups, but they only test themselves by trying to do a legitimate chin-up once in a blue moon. That's like saying you can't play Guitar Hero on expert mode, but you only play once a month, and you pick the hardest song and you try to play it on expert mode, and you hit none of the notes, and you're wondering why you're not getting any better. But it doesn't really work like that. To make progress, you have to start small and incrementally work your way up. You have to start by playing on easy mode and beating the game. Then you play on medium, then you play on hard, and then you play on expert, and you rip Freebird. You get the top of the leaderboard, and you are doing chin-ups. In the words of AC/DC, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. And it's also a long way to the top of the pull-up bar. And this video will apply to people trying to learn their first chin-up or their first pull-up, but we're just gonna speak in terms of the chin-up because it's generally easier for most people, and once you get your chin-up down, it's gonna be an easy progression to get to that pull-up. And if you don't know the difference between chin-ups and pull-ups, chin-ups are done with a supinated grip, and pull-ups are done with a pronated grip. Supinated, like you're holding a cup of soup. Pronated, like you're pouring that cup of soup out. Supinated, pronated, soup, pour. Supinated, pronated, soup, pour. Supinated, pronated, soup, pour. Now you'll never forget it. So supinate your grip, get yourself a coffee, sit down, take some notes, because we are gonna start you on your journey. Why can't I say journey? We're gonna teach you how to do a chin-up. 3 things you gotta understand. Thing 1. You must dedicate significant time to your ultimate goal. I recommend you change up your training program to a push-pull legs routine and dedicate your pull day to chin-ups. So your training split just refers to the different body parts that you train on different days of the week. I don't know what kind of split you're on, but whatever you're doing, I recommend you switch it into a push-pull legs routine, and on your pull day, you make the focus of that day the chin-up. So I think a really good split for this would be Monday is push with a little bit of legs, Tuesday is pull, Wednesday is the day off, Thursday is push again, and Friday is pull with some legs. Focus on push and pull and incorporate your legs whenever you can. And yes, this might result in you neglecting your legs a little bit during this phase of your training, but if the chin-up is truly your ultimate goal, you need to prioritize the chin-up for the time being. Thing 2. You must develop the necessary strength to do chin-ups. You need enough strength in your back, biceps, and core to lift your body weight up to the bar. There are two things that are going to make lifting your body weight up above that bar a little bit easier. You can get stronger pulling muscles, and you can also decrease your body weight. So if you have a couple extra pounds to lose, it might be wise to start your journey with a little bit of a weight loss phase so that you have less mass to pull up. And if you need some tips on cutting weight, I have a video on a full day of eating for weight loss that you can watch that I'll link up above and in the description below. Basically what it boils down to is going into a sustained and controlled calorie deficit and doing some high protein dieting so that you keep your muscle mass while losing fat. But this is a video more about building strength than it is about burning fat. So on your pull days, I want you to think of the first exercise you do as your main move. That is the most important exercise of the day. That's what you're showing up to the gym for. That's what you're putting most of your effort into. All of the exercises that you do every day matter, but that first exercise, that is the main event. That main event exercise should be something that is a regression of the chin up. I'm gonna give you some examples of exercises that you can use so that you can like climb a ladder all the way to doing your first chin up. And we're gonna talk all about these regressions when I get to point 3, but right now on point 2, we wanna talk about other exercises you can do to train your back, your biceps, and your core. So after you do your main move, you're gonna move into your accessory work. Here's what that accessory work can look like. Here's what it can include. Things like lat pull downs will strengthen your back, and those are performed with the pronated grip, or you can supinate your grip and do reverse lat pull downs. That's gonna look more like a chin up and train your biceps a little bit. You can do all sorts of rows. You can do rows with bands. You can do bent over rows with a barbell. You can also get some benefit from working on your shrugs with a barbell or resistance bands. And an honorable mention of the day is going to be the deadlift, because just building strength in your deadlift really builds your overall body strength, and getting good at the deadlift will help you get good at everything else. Then when it comes to training your biceps, just basically do some curls. You can do barbell curls, easy bar curls, any kind of curls. Do curls. Then I'd save your core work for the end of your lifts, and you can incorporate this wherever you want into your training routines. But some core exercises that are going to help you out would include the hollow body hold, which involves laying on your back and pressing the lower part of your back onto the ground and raising your straight arms and straight legs up off the ground a little bit and just holding for about 30 seconds. Then you can also do planks. Your core is not moving, but it's still tight and it's still tense. Pretend that I'm about to punch you in the stomach. What do? You tense up your core. That's how you want your core to feel whenever you're doing chin-ups. And you can also kill two birds with one stone, training your arms and your core at the same time by doing plank walks. I think this is a great finisher move to end your workout with. And there are a myriad of different exercises that you could be doing to train your pulling musculature. These are just a handful, but I want you to know that no matter what you're doing, make sure that you are tracking your progress over time, whether that means increasing reps, increasing weight, doing slower reps, doing better reps. There are tons of ways to make progress. Just make sure that you're making that progress. If you don't know how to track your progress, I have a video linked in the description below, so check that out. Thing 3, you must practice chin-ups with a progression model. Make the main move of each pull day a chin-up progression. Take the chin-up and regress it down into simpler exercises, and those are the main moves of each day. Now, these simpler versions are called regressions. Anytime an exercise gets easier, that's a regression. Anytime an exercise gets harder, that's a progression. And I've been talking a lot about these main moves, so I want you to understand that for each main move, you're gonna do 3 sets for 4 to 6 repetitions with about 2-minute rest in between. So remember those numbers: 3 sets, 4 to 6 reps, and 2-minute rest in between. And the rest of your workout, train however you're used to training. So the very first regression that we're gonna be doing on your journey towards the chin up is the inverted row. Now, when you do a chin up, you're fighting 100% of gravity, but when you do an inverted row, your feet are on the ground, so you're just fighting less gravity. You wanna lay on your back and set up a bar above your body and grab it with that supinated grip with your hands just outside of your shoulders and pull yourself up to the bar. Along the way, you wanna make sure that you maintain tension in your core and you keep your spine super straight and your head back. And you wanna be able to pull yourself the whole way up to the bar, hold for a second, and let yourself come back down. And you wanna do this in a really slow and controlled manner. Don't be jerking yourself up to the bar and letting yourself fall down. Keep it slow and controlled. And the higher the bar is up off the ground, the easier the inverted row will be. The lower the bar is towards the ground, the harder the inverted row will be. And you want to work your way up to completing all 3 sets of 6 reps at that bar height, then you lower the bar. And in good time, you're gonna work your way all the way to the lowest placement of the bar. And once you can do all 3 sets of 6 repetitions when the bar is in its lowest position, you're ready to move on to the next progression. The second progression towards your chin up is the eccentric or decline chin up. So you want to get a chair so that you don't have to use your upper body strength to lift yourself up to the bar. You simply step on the chair and you're at the top of the chin up. And then you want to let yourself go and drop down to the bottom of the chin up, but really take your time, do it in a slow and controlled manner. I recommend like a 5-second decline. And that 5-second decline is going to be hard at first, so just do it as slow as you can. And again, keep working on this chin up progression until you can do all 3 sets of 6 repetitions, and then you're ready to move on to the next one. The third progression on your path towards the chin up is the band assisted chin up. So you want to get yourself some of those big loopy resistance bands like this, and you have to loop them around your chin-up bar. Make sure they are tight and secure. And to do this, you just lift one end up over the pull-up bar, and you pull the other end through that end. Just watch this video, and I hope it makes sense. And once it's secure, you want to step on it. Make sure that you're using your hands to remove the tension out of the band so that you don't lose control and accidentally smack yourself in the face. Be careful. Don't hit yourself in the face. And this is going to feel pretty awkward at first, but just stick with it, and over time you'll get more and more comfortable. So when you start doing band assisted chin-ups, you want to use the thicker resistance bands because those are going to provide more tension. They're going to make it easier for you to lift your body weight up to the bar. But once you can complete all 3 sets of 6 repetitions with the thickest resistance band, then you can go down to a thinner resistance band and a thinner resistance band until you are using the smallest resistance band. It's barely helping you get up above that bar, and you are very ready to do your chin up. And once you can successfully do your chin ups for all 3 sets of 6 repetitions with the thinnest resistance band, there is one more progression where you can put the resistance band around your knee instead of your foot, and that's going to provide even less tension. So now you are very close to what it's like to do a normal chin up. And after you do all 3 sets of 6 repetitions with the lightest resistance band around your knee, now you're ready to do a chin up. Go over to the bar, grab that supinated grip, make sure you got tension in your core, and get ready to lift your body weight up above that bar. Your first chin up is still going to be really hard. All of the training in the world can't undo a bad mindset. So be careful about those stories that you are telling yourself about yourself. Have you always been the kid that couldn't lift as much weight as everybody else? Have you always been unathletic? Have you always lived in fear of chin ups? Every time you try, you just feel embarrassed. You can do this. You've worked your way up to the top. You deserve the right to do a chin up. So stop telling yourself that you can't do it. What you tell yourself in your mind will limit what you can do with your body, I promise. And what you tell yourself you can do with your mind will change what you can do with your body. It's a long way to the top if you want to do a chin up, but I believe that you can do it. So mo butter, less problems. Use these tips and work your way up there. And if you don't have access to any of this equipment that I use today, I'll do a video tomorrow that'll show you how to do a chin up if all you have is a chin up bar. And if you happen to need a chin up bar, or if you're interested in getting your hands on some resistance bands like I used in today's video, I highly recommend checking out the company Rubber Bandits. Their resistance bands are super practical and portable and sturdy, and they're not gonna break and smack you in the face. Plus their pull-up bar fits nearly anywhere. It doesn't damage doors. It's insanely portable for you traveling fitness enthusiasts, and it can be assembled in literally 5 minutes. I keep mine dismantled and I keep it in the box because it travels kind of like a suitcase. So anywhere you go, you can have a pull-up bar in a matter of minutes. Guys, I do not work with companies that I do not believe in. First, I truly believe that their products are totally great, but second, they do tons of great things to get fitness and positivity and power into underprivileged communities. So just go to their website. I'll put a link in the description of this video, and I'll put a link in the comments. I'll pin it up to the top of the comments. Go check it out and read what they're doing. And then you can use promo code CHASE for 10% off, or you can probably find cheaper resistance bands and cheaper pull-up bars, but you won't be supporting a company that is this cool. And that's what I'm into, supporting cool people, doing cool things. I hope that you're out there doing cool things yourself, because we are making the most of these last 30 days of 2020 by making a video every freaking day. And if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could actually hit that thumbs up button right down there. That'd be cool. And maybe you could hit that subscribe button wherever it is. I almost knocked over my fish. Oh yeah, the fish are out here too because they were freezing in the kitchen. All right, let's turn the space heater back on and get to work, Mabel.